Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Lecture number 3. This is the last lecture of unit number 2, organ system in human being. So in this lecture we will discuss respiratory system of human. First of all, respiration. Respiration is the process by which the food is oxidized in the body cells to produce energy. For this respiration, oxygen is taken and carbon dioxide is given out. So this is a simple reaction of respiration. Glucose plus oxygen, carbon dioxide that is evolved in the form of gas, and energy. This energy is used by human and other living organism for their different activities. Now for taking of oxygen and given off of carbon dioxide, there is a respiratory pathway in the human, and now let's discuss that respiratory pathway. So the main parts of the respiratory pathway of the human being, that is a nose and nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea or windpipe, bronchi, bronchiole, air sacs, lungs. Now let's discuss these parts one by one in detail through this diagram. These are the nostrils. These nostrils leads to a cavity that is called nasal cavity. Nasal cavity, then there is a short portion. This is called pharynx. Pharynx region. This is actually the throat region. Then this is this tube-like portion. This is called trachea or windpipe. The upper portion of this trachea is called larynx. This is slightly enlarged. This is also called sound box or voice box because sound is produced here. Then this trachea move downward, it split into two branches. Each branch is called bronchus and collectively it is called bronchi. Each bronchus then enter into a spongy lung. These are two lungs. So this is a single bronchus. This bronchus, when it enter into the lungs, so it divide and redivide into bronchioles. You can see here these bronchioles. This is the enlarged diagram. So these are these bronchioles. Now each bronchiole, this is the enlarged diagram. Let's take a small part of this part of the lung. This is the enlarged part. So this is that bronchiole. This bronchiole enter into a cluster of air sacs like a bunch of grapes. In this cluster of air sacs, there are small balloon shaped structure. These are called alveoli. Now let's discuss a single alveolus. This is a single alveolus. Single alveolus that is covered by a thin membrane and surrounded by a network of capillaries. Now let's discuss the pathway of the gases. The air enter in the nasal cavity through nostril and come to the pharynx region, or it may also be enter through mouth to the pharynx region, and from the pharynx region it enter into the trachea or windpipe, then into the bronchus, then into bronchioles, and finally into the air sac, and then into alveoli. Now in alveoli, exchange of gases occur between alveoli and blood capillaries. Oxygen enter in the blood capillaries, and then that blood is transferred to the heart, and heart distribute it to the each and every cell of the body through circulatory system. The carbon dioxide that is in the blood come into alveoli. That carbon dioxide then go back on the same path in backward position and come out from mouth or nose. So, this was the respiratory pathway. Now, the process of mechanism of breathing. Breathing mechanism, it have two parts, inspiration and expiration. Inspiration, it is also called inhalation. It means taking in of air. So, for taking in of air, you can see here in this diagram, these are the lungs, and lungs is protected by rib cage. Between the rib cage there are muscles, and these muscles are called intercostal muscles. And here there is a muscular partition between, this is the thoracic cavity or chest cavity, and this is the abdominal cavity. So, between these two cavities there is a muscular partition, and that is called diaphragm. This diaphragm, muscular diaphragm, and the intercostal muscles of the ribs, it help in the inspiration and expiration. So, let first of all discuss that how this intercostal muscle and diaphragm help in the inspiration, taking in of the air. During inspiration, the intercostal muscle contract. So, when it is contract, so the rib cage, it move outward, and when the diaphragm muscle contracts, so it become flat. So, the space inside the chest cavity, thoracic cavity increase, and the lungs swell up, and the air rush inside the mouth, and then finally come to the lungs. Now, expiration. Expiration or exhalation, that is the opposite process of inspiration, taking out of air. During this process, this diaphragm muscle, it relax and become dome shape. The intercostal muscles also relax, and the rib cage move inward. So, when this diaphragm, it become dome shape, so as it push the lungs, and the rib cage move inward, so it also push the lungs, and the air is rush out. So, this was exhalation. This exhalation and inhalation, this is called mechanism of breathing. Now, there are some diseases or disorders of the lungs. Now, let's discuss these disorders one by one. The first one, that is cancer. Cancer, it is a disease in which the cells start to divide rapidly until they get out of control. Lung cancer can produce a growth, so this is that growth, so that is so big that it blocks the bronchiole, making breathing difficult. The second one, the second disorder, that is emphysema. It is a lung condition in which the wall of the alveoli become thin and weak, and they eventually break up, leave a large empty spaces in the lungs, so that the breathing become painful and difficult. This is usually caused by heavy smoking in adult person. The last respiratory disorder, that is bronchitis. Bronchitis is actually the inflammation of the air passage in the lungs. So, in this diagram, you can see that is a bronchitis alveoli. So, it is inflamed, and this is a normal bronchitis. So, this inflammation reduces the ability of the lungs to absorb oxygen, and there is a hurdle for in the path of the air. So, this disease is usually caused by bacteria, but smoking may also cause this disease worse. Now, prevention, cause prevention of these diseases and treatment. The cause of these diseases are respiratory diseases mostly caused by the germs, that may be bacteria or virus, dust, some chemical fumes and vapors. Prevention and treatment: maintain physical fitness, regular exercise, eating balanced and healthy diet, and avoid overcrowded areas and polluted areas, avoid smoking. In case of a bacterial infection, antibiotic are suggested by physician. So this was the end of third and last lecture of the unit number 2. Now let's discuss the homework. इसमें 3 लेक्चर है इस यूनिट में, तो पहले आपने इन तीनों लेक्चर को आपने गौर से सुनना है और उसको समझना है. फिर फर्स्ट लेक्चर से थर्ड वीक में आपने जो है उसको इससे कलेक्ट करने हैं डिफ़िकल्ट वर्ड्स इंग्लिश और उर्दू के, और उससे आपने 10 MCQs बनाने हैं. और आखिर में आपने डायग्राम डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम का ड्रॉ करना है और उस पर एक पैराग्राफ लिखना है. फिर लास्ट जो 2 लेक्चर है फोर्थ वीक में आपने उसको कवर करना है, और उससे आपने सेम इस तरह इंग्लिश और उर्दू मीनिंग कलेक्ट करने हैं, और इससे भी आपने 10 MCQ बनाने हैं. और फिर आपने एक डायग्राम रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम का लिखना है, और उसका जो है आपने उसको लेबल भी करना है, और उस पर आपने एक पैराग्राफ भी लिखना है. और आपने हेल्दी फूड पे भी आपने एक पैराग्राफ लिखना है. सो दिस वाज द एंड ऑफ यूनिट नंबर 2. Thank you.